Happy Friday, everybody. I'm so glad that you decided to tune in today for our Talk About It Friday, as we have some awesome questions to get to today, and we have some awesome things that we're going to talk to you about, some service project opportunities that we have going on at Tacos. So stay tuned, listen to the questions, have a good Friday, and here we go! Alright friends, so the first question that we have for today's Talk About It Friday is a fun one about spelling. And it is, what word do you misspell the most? Now for me, I feel like I'm a pretty good speller when it comes to most words, and I can usually sound it out and do well. But for me, it's when I'm typing that everything kind of just goes away and I
lose all sense of spelling.
And it always is the illities. So I'm talking about like responsibility. Responsibility is a word that I know how to spell. I'm a
pretty smart person and I don't know where all the I's and L's and T's go in responsibility.
But when I'm sitting there typing it, it always comes up with little red squiggles underneath it. It is always the word that I spell wrong. And sometimes even words like activity. I know how to spell activity, but it's when I'm typing really fast that it always comes up and goes crazy like that. Whenever I'm writing up all the things for tacos and I write in like the activities are, I always misspell activities. But I would say that responsibility is the one that gives me the most headaches when I'm typing, because I like to go fast and the ending is always way out of whack. So that would be the word that I say that I misspell the most. The second question for today is a great one, talking about what cheers us up. And the question is, what always cheers you up when you think about it? So I always have something that specifically cheers me up, and it's always something that when I remember whether a program or a sports game comes on TV. So this happened a lot when I was in school, back when I was your age and I was sitting at my desk during my day of work, and you know, it's a long day at school. You're in class, you have to listen, and sometimes you get a lot of homework. But what can cheer you up, what cheered me up, is when I remembered something, like say this was a Monday back in 2014. On Monday nights at 7 o'clock on ABC came on the show Castle back in like 2014. And that was one of my favorite shows, and it still kind of is one of my favorite shows. It's about a writer and, you know, police work and all these crazy things going on. But I feel like whenever I was having a very slow Monday and I would look down and be writing something that I remembered,
my favorite TV show is on tonight.
So, and I'm still someone who appointment views things. I still watch The Bachelor when it comes on, and stuff like that. I don't always just go to Netflix to watch my shows, although I do have a lot of shows that I like to watch on Netflix, but I still do appointment view. And I think that when I remember that something is coming on that night, that is the most exciting thing, and that is what cheers me up during the weeks when things are going really slow. It's that I have something very exciting to watch when I get home and have to enjoy for the evening. So when I have shows that come on, that is what cheers me up during the week. Okay, now we're going to get into two this or that questions and have some really interesting battles going on. Today, the first one is talking about chores, which I'm sure many of you are very familiar with, as you have chores that you do for your family, or you have chores that you do for your parents, and things that you have to do after school or daily or weekly kind of things that you do around the house. And the first one is, would you rather be stuck doing the dishes or stuck doing the laundry? Now for me, I have a very specific answer for this. If you do not have a dishwasher, which for a very long time I did not have a dishwasher in my apartment, I would much rather do the laundry than I would doing the dishes. If you don't have a dishwasher, dishes become a whole mess. Sometimes you slack and you don't do them very often, and then it ends up to be this
big stinky mess of dishes.
Sometimes you do them all the time and then you feel like you're constantly doing dishes. And you're scrubbing and you're rinsing and all this stuff. You know, without doing it with a dishwasher, you have to actually get in there and scrub it. So I think if I were to say to do dishes or laundry, laundry is pretty easy. You put the stuff in, you let it go, you press the button, you walk away, you come back, you switch it out, and then you fold it up, and it doesn't take long. You can fold while doing other things.
You can't do dishes while doing other things. That has to be the thing that you're doing at the time.
So I would definitely say I would take laundry 100% every day over doing the dishes. The second this or that question is a fun one about how we stream and what we're watching and taking in, kind of relating back to what got me up and excited about the days and brought me cheer when I remembered what was happening. And it is, would you rather watch Netflix or would you rather watch YouTube? So something that when I was young wasn't a thing is this whole YouTube influencer generation where you actually go to YouTube to watch series and see, like, actually tune into things, which I do now. But back when I was in high school and when I was in middle school, it was more of like you didn't have the complete social media influencer in the way that you do today, where it is so big. It certainly was a thing that there were people out there that did do YouTube like very heavily, but it wasn't like it is today, and it wasn't like where we are even doing this on YouTube. If you're streaming in on YouTube today, and you know, Netflix was around, but it certainly has grown bigger, and this is something really cool and interesting that we can talk about. Is would you rather stream on Netflix or would you rather stream on YouTube? Would you rather watch YouTube? So I do have things that I watch on both platforms, and I would say right now that I love watching YouTube because I have actually been getting into YouTube with my dad, who he has retired this past September, and he was really big into recording his hunting and fishing adventures when he was younger. And something that I'm helping him do these days is videotape and put up on YouTube his hunts and stuff. So I've been really getting into the YouTube side of things. There are also some really fun YouTubers that I watch where they are van life people, so they live in their vans. Right now they're all like building houses because of the pandemic. They've had to settle down, but I do enjoy having those videos every week to tune into to see what those people are up to. Now granted, there are great things on Netflix, and I'm always watching Netflix. I binge watch series all the time, but I really like what the content is that I watch on YouTube. So I would go with YouTube for this one. I'm on that YouTube grind. Alright friends, the final thing that I wanted to get to today with you is this service opportunity that we have that has first presented itself with the confirmation group at Christ Our Savior Lutheran Church. There was a parent that reached out to us and saying that the VA Community Center in Tomah, Wisconsin recently posted that they are looking for people to send in encouraging notes or cards or something like drawings or anything of creative artistic work for the veterans that are residents at the community center right now. And with Veterans Day coming up on November 11th, what a better way to get out and reach out to those people in those communities, especially during this challenging time where they probably have very strict limits on who they can see, who they can interact with, and some of them are probably getting really lonely. So we are going to link everything in the description and everything in the comments of how you can get out there with the address and what kind of things they're looking for, and how you can send these great things to these veterans as we approach Veterans Day, a day to honor those who have fought and served in the United States military. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that is an opportunity that I would love to open up to the tacos community, other than just having it for the confirmation program at Christ Our Savior Lutheran Church. And really anybody who tunes into our tacos programming, feel free to look at the link in the description or in the comments section on Facebook and see the address that you can write a card or send an encouraging note or draw a picture to someone who is in the VA Community Center in Tomah, Wisconsin. Something great that we can all get involved with and hopefully help out someone who really needs some kind of pick-me-up right now during this time where there are so many uncertainties with COVID-19 and how they might be feeling pretty lonely. So that is what I want to leave you with today. I know I'm going to get going on writing some encouraging notes. And another fun note is that there are really inexpensive cards of encouragement that you can go pick up at the dollar store if you want. So feel free to check that out. But anything you want to do for these veterans who are looking for support, that would be greatly appreciated. So that wraps it up for today's Talk About It Friday. I'm certainly glad that you guys tuned in today to spend some time with me on some really fun topics. And I hope that we can come together and write some really cool, fun, encouraging cards for those at the VA. So that is all that we have for today. I look forward to seeing you guys back here on Monday when we have some more encouragement for you and some motivational posts. But yes, have a great weekend. We will see you all later. And yeah, this is it. Wade signing off.